menatap masa depan, tunjukkan pada dunia.
Hari ini aku mampu berjalan tegak, hilangkan keraguan untuk jadi yang terbaik.
Ku yakin dapat menciptakan kreasi menjadi prestasi untuk menggapai cita-cita yang aku impikan. Janganlah menyerah, ada unsur untuk kamu, bersama melangkah wujudkan mimpi indahmu.
Hari ini aku mampu berjalan tegak, hilangkan keraguan untuk jadi yang terbaik.
Ku yakin dapat menciptakan kreasi menjadi prestasi untuk menggapai cita-cita yang aku impikan. Janganlah menyerah, ada unsur untuk kamu, bersama melangkah wujudkan mimpi indahmu. Janganlah menyerah, ada unsur untuk kamu, menggapai prestasi jadi kebanggaan anak negeri. Sekarang aku berdiri di sini di kampus ini, ku akan taklukkan dunia. Sekarang aku berdiri di sini di kampus ini untuk menjadi sang juara.
Janganlah menyerah, ada unsur untuk kamu, bersama melangkah wujudkan mimpi indahmu. Janganlah menyerah, ada unsur untuk kamu, menggapai prestasi jadi kebanggaan anak negeri.
wait for days.
You told me in the morning she don't feel the same about our ceremonies. It seems to me that when I die, its words will be written on my stone.
And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. The story of my life, I give her home. I spend her love until she's broken inside. The story of my life. When these walls are the colors that I can change. Leave my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage.
I know that in the morning now I see us in the light upon a hill. Although I'm broken, my heart is hard and still.
And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, nothing in between. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. The story of my life, I give her home. I spend her love until she's broken inside. The story of my And I've been waiting for this time to come around. But baby, running after you, it's like chasing the clouds. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broken inside. The story of my life, the story of my life, the story of my life.
cenat-cenut tiap ada kamu, selalu perlu pun menetes setiap dekat kamu. Kenapa salah tingkah tiap kau tatap aku, selalu diriku malu tiap kau puji aku. Kenapa lidahku keluh tiap kau panggil aku, selalu merinding romaku tiap kau sentuh aku. Kenapa otakku beku tiap memikirkanmu, selalu tubuhku lunglai tiap kau bisikan cinta. You know me so well, girl I need you, girl I love you, girl I heard you, I know you so well, girl I need you, girl I love you, girl I heard you. Tak ada yang bisa memisahkan cinta, waktu pun takkan tega, kau dan aku bersama selamanya.
One, two, three, let's go! Hey you all, listen to this. Jangan pernah merasa sendiri, jangan pernah kau berkecil hati.
Ya sudahlah, saat kau berlari mengejar anganmu dan tak pernah sampai. Ya sudahlah, apapun yang terjadi, ku kan selalu ada untukmu. Janganlah kau bersedih, 'cause everything's gonna be okay.
Satu dari sekian kemungkinan kau jatuh dan tanpa ada harapan. Saat itu raga ku persembahkan bersama jiwa, cita, cinta dan harapan. Sambung satu persatu sebab akibat, tapi tenanglah maka hatiku takkan lihat menuntun ke arah mata angin bahagia. Kau dan aku tahu jalan selalu ada. Ku tahu lagi problem akan terus menerjang bagai deras ombak yang menabrak karang. Namun ku tahu kau mampu untuk tetap tenang hadapi ini bersamaku hingga ajal datang. Keramahan cinta tak pernah kau dapat. Ya sudahlah, ya denganku bernyanyi. La 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 la, ya ya ya, tududidam tududidam. Semua ini belum berakhir.
Apapun yang terjadi, bukan selalu ada untukmu. Janganlah kau bersedih, 'cause everything's gonna be okay.
Satukan langkah yang beriring, genggam hati, rangkul emosi.
Genggamlah hatiku, satukan langkah kita.
Selasa tanpa pamrih, ini cinta cross the sea.
Peluklah diriku, terbanglah bersamaku.
Melayang jauh, come on fly, come on fly with me baby, okay. Mengisi jemari sosok ini yang menerima kelemahan hati. Aku cinta kau, ini cinta kita. Cukup satu waktu yes, untuk satu cinta. Satu cinta ini akan tuntun jalanku. Rapatkan jiwa, boyo tenang di sisiku. Rabahkan rasamu untuk yang ditunggu. Bahagia hingga ujung waktu.
Apapun yang terjadi, ku kan selalu ada untukmu. Janganlah kau bersedih, 'cause everything's gonna be okay.
Denganku bernyanyi,
Apapun yang terjadi, bukan selalu ada untukmu.
selalu ada untukmu.
Janganlah kau bersedih,
Janganlah kau
'cause everything's gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be okay. Sang surya sulung peradaban. Dengan tajdid kibarkan dakwah, amal usaha jalan berkiprah, ridho Allah melimpah berkah. Muhammadiyah teguhkan asa, majukan umat jayakan bangsa, bumikan Islam sinari zaman, rahmati alam. Di Solo jalin ukhuwah, muktamar satukan langkah, bersama cerahkan semesta. Sang surya suluh peradaban.
Jikalau jati dahan merekah, bersarang pelatuk bersama merbah. Kalau tadi untuk Muhammadiyah, yang ini spesial untuk Aisyah. Aisyah gerak bersama, majukan umat jayakan bangsa, bumikan Islam sinari zaman, rahmati alam.
Di Solo jalin ukhuwah, muktamar satukan langkah, bersama majukan Indonesia. Di Solo jalin ukhuwah, muktamar satukan langkah, bersama cerahkan semesta. Sang surya suluh peradaban. Muhammadiyah lintasi zaman, gerak Islam berkemajuan, sembari salah pencerahan, wujudkan cita-cita Islam.
Di Solo jalin ukhuwah, muktamar satukan langkah, bersama majukan Indonesia.
Di Solo jalin ukhuwah, muktamar satukan langkah, bersama cerahkan semesta. Di Solo jalin ukhuwah, muktamar satukan langkah, bersama cerahkan semesta. Sang surya suluh peradaban. Sang surya suluh peradaban. Solo jalin ukhuwah, muktamar satukan langkah, bersama cerahkan semesta. Sang
Azhar Ibrahim kan? Udah. Oke.
Indah tersusun tangan dihayung, kaki melangkah mengikut rangka, cantik dan anggun senang untuk gadis Melayu, ranca bertanda tampang perkasa, langkah pemuda
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and the Merciful. First of all, we would like to thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that has given us the strength, healthy, and the good opportunity. To follow the examination today, peace and salutation be upon the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that has brought us from era to the brightness one as we feel today. The Honorable for Professor Dr. Muhammad Arifin M. Hum as a Vice Rector for Academic Affairs Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. The Honorable for Associate Professor Dr. Rudianto SS MSI as a Vice Rector Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. The Honorable for Delegation from University Malaysia Perlis, Professor Dato TS Dr. Zaliman Sauli as a Vice Chancellor. The Honorable for Associate Professor Dr. Umi Naima Sarai as a Director Center for Excellent Social Innovation and Sustainability from Faculty Business and Communication University Malaysia Perlis. The Honorable for Associate Professor Dr. Tunku Salhat Tunku Ahmad, Dekan Fakultas Bisnis dan Komunikasi University Malaysia Perlis. The Honorable for Dr. Syarmini Abdullah, Dosen Senior Jurusan Bahasa dan Studi Umum, Fakultas Bisnis dan Komunikasi University Malaysia Perlis. The Honorable for Dr. Wanzuki, Dosen Senior University Malaysia Perlis. The Honorable for Ibu Zuleha, Staff University Malaysia Perlis. And the Honorable for Associate Professor Dr. Niputu Tirka Widanti, Rektor Universitas Ngurah Rai Indonesia. The Honorable for Dr. Sri Tiartri, Psychologist Dean, Faculty of Psychology, Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. The Honorable for Dr. Pamela Hendra Heng, SPD, MPH, MA, PhD, dari Universitas Tarumanegara, and all our guests and participants. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in this our event today, International Conference on Communication in Scientific Inquiry and Technology 2022. Please give a applause for today. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start our event today, let's pray to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. We say Basmalah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Reading the Holy Quran by Adnan Tumanggar. The time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Recording in progress.
الحمد لله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وجعل الظلمات والنور وجعل الظلمات والنور ثم الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون ثم الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون هو الذي خلقكم من طين ثم قضى أجلا وأجل مسمى عنده ثم أنتم تمترون وهو الله في السماوات وفي الأرض يعلم سركم وجهركم ويعلم ما تكسبون يعلم سركم وجهركم ويعلم ما تكسبون والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, our choir today is the best student in Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara and the best Musabaqah Tilawatil Quran field at the national level. Ladies and gentlemen, the next agenda, National Anthem Indonesia Raya and Negaraku, and the leader by Suci Ledian. For the audience, please to stand up. The audience, please to sit down. Ladies and gentlemen and the participants today, the next agenda, let's see the video profile by Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, University Malaysia Perlis, Universitas Ngurah Rai, and Universitas Tarumanegara. Please enjoy the time.
Sumatera Utara is a province with the multicultural and ethnic diversity that is compound and delivers harmony. The multicultural of Sumatra Utara is sourced from the beauty of its natural resources. The diversity and natural resources of Sumatra Utara become one of the uniqueness of Indonesia. University of Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara was established as a pillar to support the availability of qualified human resources. UMSU become a solution to entertain the modern and advanced community programs. UMSU was built to answer the challenge and transformation era. UMSU grows and evolves to take part in developing civilization of a nation and its human resources. To answer the society change as well as the development of knowledge and technology. By means of the Islamic and Muhammadiyah values, growing the faith in delivering the excellent human act. The improvement of academic quality is the main concern in the human resources development. By means of teaching, research and community diffusion, also can deliver the expected generation who capable to answer the challenge. Consequently, meeting the infrastructures and become the main point in the learning process. UMSU brings up the pride since it grows in multicultural society by the harmony and become a step and a solution for social and society issues. This university become an ideal root of proficiency. The development of science and technology do not stop only in the classes and laboratories. The intellectuality and creativity development are also done by the direct practice. The existence of UMSU was built through the real diffusion in society. The family spirit and togetherness become the power of UMSU in managing the university. The good role model always gives a spirit to provide the best service. UMSU is a place to work out the art and talent. UMSU keeps the competitive spirit to get more achievements. The spirit for giving the best is the key in regarding to make UMSU be well known in national and international scale. In the global world regulation, we know that it's impossible to overcome independently. The cooperation is the continuously effort to get more power in developing the knowledge and technology. The consciousness to give and receive is the effort to earn creation together. UMSU is ready to step together for the better future of Indonesia and the world. UMSU, Excel, Smart, and Trusted.
UNIMAP offers programs of study leading to the award of diploma, bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees. UNIMAP continuously carries out research that brings benefit to all. Nanotechnology research in UNIMAP looks into faster, easier, and more accurate detection of microbiological diseases. The HPV-CC kit has high sensitivity that allows early detection of cervical cancer through saliva. Under UNIMAP's social responsibility programs, an alternative energy source kit known as EPS kit has been developed. The success and achievement thus far have placed UNIMAP on the world stage.
sebagai badan hukum penyelenggara pada tanggal 23 Mei tahun 1979. Universitas tertua kedua di Bali, bahkan di Kopertis wilayah 8 meliputi Bali, Nusa Tenggara Barat, dan Nusa Tenggara Timur. Visi Universitas Ngurah Rai adalah menjadi lembaga pendidikan tinggi yang menghasilkan sumber daya manusia yang kompeten dan berdaya saing dalam ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi yang berlandaskan kerakyatan dan Trihita Karana pada tahun 2040. Misi Universitas Ngurah Rai adalah 1. Menyelenggarakan pendidikan, penelitian, dan pengabdian masyarakat yang mengacu pada standar nasional pendidikan tinggi. Yang kedua, mengembangkan kepribadian yang tanggap terhadap peningkatan harkat dan martabat manusia dengan menjunjung tinggi nilai-nilai Trihita Karana. 3. Membangun kerjasama dengan institusi dalam negeri dan luar negeri untuk mengoptimalkan terselenggaranya Tridharma perguruan tinggi yang menjunjung tinggi nilai-nilai Trihita Karana. Universitas Ngurah Rai pada saat ini terdiri dari 4 fakultas dan 7 program studi, yaitu yang pertama, Fakultas Sains dan Teknologi, Prodi Teknik Sipil dan Arsitektur. Kedua, Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis, Prodi Manajemen. 3. Fakultas Hukum, Prodi Hukum. 4. Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Humaniora, Prodi Administrasi Publik. Dan program pasca sarjana yang terdiri dari Prodi Magister Administrasi Publik serta Prodi Magister Hukum. Universitas Ngurah Rai di tahun 2022 ini baru saja memperoleh akreditasi dengan peringkat nilai baik sekali dari Badan Akreditasi Nasional Perguruan Tinggi (BAN PT) berdasarkan SK BAN PT nomor 1635/SK/BAN PT AK/PT/10 tahun 2022. Program studi teknik sipil, program studi arsitektur, dan program studi administrasi publik telah memiliki status terakreditasi dengan peringkat nilai B dari BAN PT. Program studi manajemen telah memiliki status terakreditasi dengan peringkat nilai baik dari BAN PT, dan khusus program studi hukum telah terakreditasi dengan nilai A dari BAN PT serta memiliki izin operasional dari Direktorat Pendidikan Tinggi Ditjen Dikti Kemdikbud. Kampus Pusat Universitas Ngurah Rai menempati areal seluas 2,4 hektar dengan pembagian areal berupa lapangan upacara, lapangan parkir, dan taman yang luas. Fakultas Hukum menempati gedung berlantai 3, terdiri dari 5 kelas, dan Fakultas Sains dan Teknologi di unit gedung yang berbeda, terdiri dari 6 kelas. Untuk program pasca sarjana menempati gedung baru 4 lantai yang sangat nyaman dengan jumlah kelas sebanyak 14 buah. Kantor pusat universitas menempati gedung serbaguna yang megah 2 lantai, dan fasilitas gedung lainnya adalah perpustakaan, galeri investasi, inkubator bisnis, laboratorium beton material jalan dan komputer, ruang unit kegiatan mahasiswa, dan lainnya. Fasilitas olahraga yang tersedia di kampus adalah lapangan tenis, lapangan voli, meja biliar, dan tenis meja. Ke masa depan, Universitas Ngurah Rai tengah merintis pelaksanaan program studi baru dan program pasca sarjana untuk mewadahi permintaan masyarakat, pengguna, dan alumni yang semakin meningkat.
Welcome to Universitas Tarumanagara, one of the best, biggest, and oldest universities in Indonesia. Strategically located in West Jakarta, Universitas Tarumanagara is excellent accredited and has 30 undergraduate, graduate, and doctorate study programs and has recognized both nationally and internationally. This is the main entrance to Campus 1, Legend S Paman Street. Kindly welcome to our staffs implementing health protocols. Naturally lush campus environment, ensuring a comfortable setting for social interactions. Main building. The rectorate is located on the 5th floor. A accredited library equipped with internet access provides extensive selections of books and journals, located on the 6th to the 9th floor. Cinema room as an entertainment facility. System Information and Database Institute is located on the 10th floor. This 21-story building houses a staggered seating auditorium on the 3rd floor and the grand ballroom on the 21st floor. The Faculty of Communication Science is located on the 11th and 12th floor. Features well-equipped classrooms, lecture rooms, and laboratories. M Building. The ground floor features the integrated service center that provides academic services, financial services, new student admissions, and a polyclinic. The second floor facilitates room for student organizations. Students gather and discuss here to collaborate, presenting achievements. The Faculty of Law is located on the 3rd floor, features well-equipped classrooms, lecture rooms, and laboratories. Auditorium and Graha Swara are located on the 8th floor, the highest level of M Building. Equipped with 500 seats, the hall is used for seminars, conferences, religious events, and other activities. With a capacity of 300 seats, the Graha Swara is used for musical, choir, and theatrical events. B Building. Food court, also known as Cantina, is located on the ground floor. This food court received the National Healthy Canteen Award from the Ministry of Health in 2008. Business facilities, mini-markets, cafes, restaurants, banks, and ATMs support the dynamic environment of this campus. Spacious parking spaces for both cars and motorcycles are available on basement level through level 8. Sports hall and fitness center are located on the 8th floor, accessible to students, staffs, and lecturers interested in sport activities. L&J Building. Home to the Faculty of Engineering and the Faculty of Medicine, these buildings are equipped with internationally accredited laboratories and other facilities to support learnings. K Building. The location of the Faculty of Arts and Design This building features art galleries and exhibition rooms with other supporting facilities. Our building, home to the Faculty of Psychology and the Faculty of Information Technology, this building is equipped with classrooms, consultation rooms, and state-of-the-art laboratories to support learning activities. Campus 2. Situated across Campus 1 on North Tanjung Duren Street, this campus consists of 3 buildings. Building A, B, and C are the location of the Faculty of Economics and Business and are equipped with advanced facilities. Universitas Tarumanagara is driven by integrity, professionalism, and entrepreneurship values.
Untar selalu di hati.
Untar selalu di hati.
Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia is an archipelagic country that has diversity of cultures, races, ethnicities, beliefs, religions, and languages. Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara participate in preserving the diversity of Indonesia through an extraordinary work of art from UKM Tari Umsu. So let's welcome with a give applause. This is the Indonesia Wonderland Dance by UKM Tari Umsu.
Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe.
Kota baru gunungnya bermega, bermega umbah manapun di Salangkara, umbah manapun di Salangkara. Batamu lawanlah Adinda, Adinda iman tidak darah semalayang, iman tidak darah semalayang. Sayang, sayang si patokaan matego, tego gorokan sayang. Sayang, sayang si patokaan matego, tego gorokan sayang. Sajojo, sajojo, madam ko bisa berpare samuna muna muna keke, samuna muna muna keke. Soleram, 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 anak yang manis, janganlah dicium, sayang kalau dicium merah pipinya. Kampunan jauh di Mato, Kunwangsan sebaku liliang, takkan ajo kawan-kawanan lamu, sangke basuh yang sulia. Seng seng janger,
Bapak Ibu dan hadirin yang berbahagia, perlu kami informasikan bahwasannya UKM Tari UMSU telah berhasil meraih prestasi tingkat internasional di negara Italia tahun 2022. Beri tepuk tangan yang meriah untuk UKM Tari UMSU. Ladies and gentlemen, the next event, the welcoming and the keynote speech from Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. For the Vice Rector Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Associate Professor Dr. Rudianto SS MSI, we respectfully invite you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Tama-tama marilah kita manjatkan puji syukur kepada Allah SWT pada pagi yang berbahagia ini kita dalam keadaan sehat, berkumpul bersama dalam rangka kegiatan International Conference Communication and Scientific Inquiry yang dilaksanakan kerjasama antara Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara, Universitas Malaysia Perlis, dan beberapa perguruan tinggi yang hadir bersama kita pada pagi yang berbahagia ini. Selawat berangkaikan salam tercurah kepada baginda Rasulullah Muhammad SAW, uswatun hasanah bagi kita semua. The Honorable, our distinguished guest, Profesor Dato Tun Dr. Zaliman Sauli, Vice Chancellor Universitas Malaysia Perlis. Selamat datang, welcome to Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara, maybe even in virtual connection. Yang terhormat, The Honorable Associate Professor Dr. Umi Naimah Sarai, Director Center of Excellence Social Innovation and Sustainability and Faculty Business and Communication of UNIMAP. Welcome to Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara. Associate Professor Dr. Tunku Saliha Tunku Ahmad, Dean of Faculty Business and Communication. Dr. Sarmini Abdullah, dosen senior, saya kira ini sahabat dekat Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara, selamat datang, tertunda sekian tahun ke UMSU, akhirnya juga bisa datang ke UMSU pada tahun 2022 ini, selamat datang. Dr. Wan Zuki, dosen senior Universitas Malaysia Perlis, selamat datang. Ibu Zulaiha, yang terhormat Dr. Sri Triatri, Dekan Psikologi Fakultas Psikologi Universitas Tarumanegara. Selamat datang Ibu Dekan di Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara. Ibu Associate Profesor Dr. Ni Putu Tirka Widanti, Rektor Universitas Ngurah Rai Indonesia. Selamat datang mungkin yang berhadir secara virtual. Dr. Pamela Hendra Heng, SPD MPHMA dari Universitas Tarumanegara. Narasumber yang hadir secara virtual, Dr. Azhar Ibrahim, dan tentu yang kami muliakan Bapak Wakil Rektor Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara, Bapak Profesor Dr. Muhammad Arifin, yang hadir bersama kita. Para pimpinan fakultas yang berhadir, kami lihat lengkap dari Fakultas Teknik, Bapak Dekan, dari Fakultas Pertanian, Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial Ilmu Politik, Fakultas Keguruan Ilmu Pendidikan, Fakultas Hukum, kemudian dari program Pasca Sarjana, serta seluruh dosen dan mahasiswa yang berhadir. Pertama, kami mengucapkan selamat datang kepada seluruh peserta, delegasi, dan tamu kehormatan kami di Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Program CSI atau Communication Scientific Inquiry adalah salah satu program kerjasama antara Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara dengan Universitas Malaysia Perlis dan beberapa perguruan tinggi mitra yang setiap tahun sudah dilaksanakan, dan alhamdulillah tahun ini Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara menjadi host yang dilaksanakan langsung di Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara dan dikolaborasikan secara hybrid karena sebagian peserta juga ikut dalam program ini melalui jalinan virtual. Pada pelaksanaan kegiatan sebelumnya, program ini kita tahu dilaksanakan juga secara daring karena pandemi, tetapi alhamdulillah pelan-pelan tahun ini kita sudah bisa memulai kegiatan ini secara hybrid. Kita doakan mudah-mudahan yang akan datang CSI bisa dilaksanakan secara luring atau secara tatap muka semua, sehingga semua narasumber, semua peserta bisa hadir secara langsung di satu tempat yang sama. Bapak Ibu hadirin yang berbahagia, our distinguished guests, our honor tamu yang terhormat yang berhadir baik virtual maupun yang hadir di ruangan yang berbahagia ini. Kami sampaikan salam Bapak Rektor yang tidak bisa menyambut kita pada pagi yang berbahagia ini karena pada hari ini juga ada kegiatan yang sama di Kementerian di Jakarta, ada anugerah dari Kementerian kepada perguruan tinggi yang Pak Rektor harus hadir langsung sehingga beliau tidak bisa hadir pada kegiatan yang berbahagia ini. Untuk itu izinkan kami menyampaikan sambutan selamat datang kepada tamu-tamu kami yang terhormat, terutama delegasi dari Universitas Malaysia Perlis, yang selama ini sudah menjalin kemitraan yang sangat luar biasa. Sudah banyak kegiatan-kegiatan yang sudah kita laksanakan bersama Unimap beberapa tahun terakhir. Bahkan saat ini 6 orang mahasiswa Universitas Muda Sumatera Utara sedang belajar selama 1 semester untuk ikut dalam program kredit transfer internasional di Fakultas Bisnis dan Komunikasi, Bahasa dan Komunikasi di Universitas Malaysia Perlis. Kemudian kita juga melaksanakan joint research atau joint research kolaborasi bersama Unimap. Saat ini sudah ada 2 program joint research yang sudah dilaksanakan, bahkan 1 diantaranya sudah tahap penyelesaian, bahkan sudah tinggal publikasi untuk beberapa luaran. Sedangkan 1 lagi sedang dalam progres untuk pelaksanaan penyelesaian riset bersama. Kita juga punya program-program lain yang terus dilaksanakan antara Unimap dan Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara berkolaborasi dengan beberapa perguruan tinggi lain, baik di Indonesia maupun di negara-negara lain. Kami berharap hubungan antara Universitas Malaysia Perlis dan UMSU terus akan berkembang, sehingga banyak lagi program-program yang bisa kita laksanakan di masa yang akan datang. Kepada Universitas Tarumanegara kami juga mengucapkan selamat datang. Hubungan antara UMSU dengan Tarumanegara sebenarnya juga tidak bisa dikatakan baru, karena sudah cukup lama salah seorang dosen dan juga mantan wakil rektor 1 dari UNTAR yaitu Pak Dr. Eko, itu adalah dosen yang cukup lama mengajar di Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara sampai beliau almarhum karena terkena COVID pada beberapa tahun yang lalu. Jadi sebenarnya juga UNTAR adalah bagian dekat dari Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Selamat datang di Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Mudah-mudahan kolaborasi kita juga akan bisa kita kembangkan pada masa yang akan datang. Kepada Ibu Rektor Universitas Ngurah Rai Bali juga kami berharap suatu saat nanti kita akan bisa bertemu secara langsung agar kegiatan-kegiatan kerjasama bisa kita lanjutkan pada masa yang akan datang. Bapak Ibu hadirin yang berbahagia, kegiatan International Conference Communication and Scientific Inquiry yang pada hari ini mengambil tema tentang Embracing Digital Communication Technology, Futurising Education in Post-Pandemic Classroom adalah lanjutan dari kegiatan International Conference untuk Communication Scientific Inquiry yang fokus pada bagaimana peningkatan kualitas pembelajaran pada masa sekarang, di mana teknologi komunikasi menjadi bagian penting yang dihadapkan pada situasi pandemi dan post-pandemi. Karena itu, kita bersama panitia yang menginisiasi penyelenggaraan CSI pada tahun 2022 ini, mencoba mengambil tema tentang bagaimana kita menghadapi tantangan terbaru pada saat pandemi justru akan berakhir, tetapi teknologi komunikasi semakin harus kita tingkatkan pemanfaatannya dalam pelaksanaan kegiatan pembelajaran, terutama di ruang-ruang kelas yang sedang dilaksanakan. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, tentu pada pelaksanaan kegiatan konferensi yang dilaksanakan pada hari ini akan banyak sekali tema-tema dan topik yang akan diangkat, yang nanti pada intinya adalah bagaimana kita menyumbangkan pemikiran dan juga saran agar setelah pandemi COVID-19, kualitas pembelajaran kita justru tidak semakin menurun, tapi justru harus semakin baik. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, kita menghadapi tantangan yang berat. Ketika kita mengawali pandemi COVID-19 pada awal tahun 2020, tidak ada yang merasa siap, tetapi karena situasi menuntut, maka mau tidak mau kita harus siap menghadapi situasi yang memaksa kita untuk belajar secara daring, untuk belajar dari rumah, untuk kita tetap berada di tempat tinggal kita masing-masing, tapi semua proses kehidupan tidak bisa berhenti. Nah, untuk itulah kemudian kita menyiasati banyak hal, termasuk juga program CSI ini, yang kami dilibatkan oleh HIMAP pada waktu itu. Direncanakan kegiatan CSI ini akan dilaksanakan di Sarawak, tetapi karena kegiatan ini tertunda karena pandemi, dilaksanakan secara daring. Nah, daring tentu tidak mudah, tetapi dengan upaya yang keras kita bisa melewatinya dalam waktu 1-2 tahun. Termasuk juga ini kita rasakan pada saat pembelajaran di perguruan tinggi. Pada saat kita semua sedang asik dengan aktivitas kegiatan tatap muka, kemudian kita dipaksa harus belajar secara daring di tempat tinggal kita masing-masing. Teknologi dipaksa harus bisa kita laksanakan dalam waktu yang singkat, dikuasai oleh semua, baik dosen maupun mahasiswa, baik pemangku kepentingan maupun operator di tingkat paling bawah. Ini semua kemudian kita hadapi, dan akhirnya selama pandemi kita terbiasa menggunakan teknologi menjadi bagian dari proses belajar mengajar. Ini yang membuat kemudian komunikasi dan teknologi menjadi bagian yang sangat diperlukan dan menjadi salah satu tulang punggung dalam proses pendidikan selama pandemi di COVID-19 yang kita rasakan kemarin. Tiba-tiba kemudian COVID-19 perlahan akan berakhir. Kita doa-doakan mudah-mudahan benar-benar akan berakhir. Nah, apa yang kita hadapi adalah justru kegugupan kita. Ketika selama 2 tahun kita berhadapan dengan situasi di mana setiap hari kita belajar dari tempat tinggal masing-masing dengan mengandalkan teknologi, di mana ruang-ruang kelas selama ini kosong oleh aktivitas fisik, di mana kita kemudian tidak lagi wajib harus datang ke kampus setiap pagi dengan waktu yang sama, tapi cukup belajar dari kelas dengan LMS, dengan teknologi komunikasi, semua kita bisa terhubung. Tapi kemudian kita dipaksa kembali harus masuk ke kantor. Kita terpaksa harus kembali masuk ke ruang-ruang kelas. Kita terpaksa harus kembali hidup normal. Dan ternyata itu juga bukan hal yang mudah, karena banyak tantangan di sana. Hari-hari yang sudah kita isi dengan waktu belajar secara virtual dari tempat tidur, dari ruang kerja, dari ruang belajar, dari ruang tamu, dari tempat kita di rumah masing-masing, kemudian harus kembali ke tempat kita beraktivitas seperti sedia kala. Ada saatnya di mana kemudian mahasiswa dan dosen menjadi merasa shock karena harus merubah 2 tahun sebelumnya mereka harus selalu di rumah, kemudian kembali bekerja dan normal kembali beraktivitas. Tentu ini juga bukan satu aktivitas yang mudah untuk melakukan transisi. Di saat yang sama kemudian kita juga berhadapan, apakah kemudian ketika kita melaksanakan perkuliahan tatap muka, kita akan sama dan atau lebih kreatif dari kegiatan perkuliahan yang dilaksanakan secara online ataupun menggunakan teknologi komunikasi. Karena dengan teknologi komunikasi kita dibantu untuk banyak hal, sehingga banyak orang yang akan lebih kreatif karena bisa mengkreasi konten-konten yang itu bisa menginspirasi para mahasiswa dalam proses belajar mengajar, karena teknologi yang kita gunakan. Nah, apakah kemudian tantangannya pada saat pandemi berakhir, proses belajar mengajar lebih mudah dan lebih efektif dibandingkan belajar mengajar pada masa COVID-19? Ini yang kemudian harus kita diskusikan, dan ini menjadi bagian penting dari kegiatan conference pada pagi yang berbahagia ini. Karena itu kami tentu sangat berterima kasih pada kesempatan ini bisa melayani, bisa memfasilitasi pelaksanaan kegiatan International Conference untuk CSI pada tahun 2022 ini dengan tema dan topik yang sangat menarik, yaitu bagaimana kita mendorong komunikasi dan teknologi agar menciptakan proses belajar mengajar yang kreatif, sehingga setelah pandemi COVID-19, justru teknologi komunikasi yang kita pakai itu semakin bermanfaat dan bermakna walaupun dia dipakai karena terpaksa pada saat COVID-19 datang menghajar kehidupan kita. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, kami berterima kasih terutama kepada Dr. Sarmini yang selalu berkomunikasi bersama kami dengan Ibu Rafikah dan tim di kantor urusan internasional, Yang cukup lama kami selalu berkomunikasi, ikut dalam rapat-rapat secara virtual, menentukan tema dan topik yang sesuai, mencari teman-teman yang bisa bergabung, mencari narasumber yang bersedia untuk bisa bersama kita, dan alhamdulillah pada hari ini kegiatannya bisa kita laksanakan dengan baik. Kami berterima kasih kepada seluruh perguruan tinggi mitra dari UNTAR, yang sudah bersedia bergabung bersama kita, dari beberapa perguruan tinggi lain yang juga bergabung bersama kita, para narasumber yang sudah bersedia bersama kita hadir pada kesempatan hari ini. Mudah-mudahan kegiatan kita ini bisa bermanfaat untuk kemajuan pendidikan kita dan kemajuan peradaban manusia. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, hadirin yang kami muliakan, kami ucapkan terima kasih atas kehadirannya pada pagi yang berbahagia ini untuk memberikan atensi pada kegiatan pembukaan International Conference Communication Scientific Inquiry pada pagi yang berbahagia ini. Terus terang, kami harus menyampaikan permohonan maaf kepada teman-teman kami, sahabat kami dari Unimap, dari UNTAR, dari Ngurah Rai, dan semua mitra kami, karena kami yakin masih banyak sekali kelemahan dan kekurangan dalam penyambutan tamu-tamu kami, dalam pelaksanaan kegiatan, dan hal-hal teknis yang mungkin masih kurang pada tempatnya dalam kami melaksanakan kegiatan International Conference pada pagi yang berbahagia ini. Terutama karena memang situasi dan kondisi yang membuat kita agak terbatas geraknya, karena cuaca hujan yang selalu mengguyur dari pagi sampai malam. Kami mohon maaf tidak bisa maksimal membawa ke sana kemari para tamu kami dari Malaysia Perlis. Padahal kalau cuaca cerah, kita bisa ke gunung atau bisa ke pantai atau bisa keliling Sumatera Utara mengajak tamu-tamu kami dari luar Sumatera Utara. Kami mohon dimaafkan. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, saya kira demikianlah sambutan kami, ucapan selamat datang sekaligus ucapan terima kasih serta permohonan maaf kepada kita semua. Mudah-mudahan kegiatan kita ini bisa bermanfaat untuk kehidupan dan kemajuan kita semua. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baik, kami mohon kepada Bapak Wakil Rektor 3 untuk tetap berada di tempat. Acara dilanjutkan dengan penyematan ulos dan penyerahan cenderamata oleh Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara kepada Universitas Malaysia Perlis dan juga Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. Untuk itu dengan hormat kami undang kepada Associate Professor Dr. Umi Naimah Sarai dan juga Ibu Sri Tiatri PhD untuk dapat naik ke atas panggung. Untuk itu juga dengan hormat kami undang Bapak Profesor Dr. Muhammad Arifin M. Hum selaku Wakil Rektor 1 Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara untuk dapat menaiki ke atas panggung. Baik, boleh terlebih dahulu kita mulai dengan penyematan ulos oleh Bapak Wakil Rektor 3 Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara kepada Universitas Malaysia Perlis. Boleh beri tepuk tangan yang meriah kepada Bapak Wakil Rektor 3 dan juga Universitas Malaysia Perlis. Dan juga dilanjutkan penyematan ulos kembali oleh Bapak Wakil Rektor 1, Bapak Profesor Dr. Muhammad Arifin M. Hum kepada Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. Boleh beri tepuk tangan yang meriah kepada Wakil Rektor 1 Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara dan juga Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. Dan juga tentunya dilanjutkan penyerahan cenderamata oleh Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara kepada Universitas Malaysia Perlis. Dilanjutkan juga kembali penyerahan cenderamata oleh Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara kepada Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. Baik, boleh beri tepuk tangan yang meriah untuk Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Universitas Malaysia Perlis dan juga Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. Tentunya juga Bapak Ibu dan hadirin yang berbahagia, dilanjutkan penyerahan cenderamata oleh Universitas Malaysia Perlis kepada Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Sekali lagi beri tepuk tangan kepada Universitas Malaysia Perlis dan juga Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Selanjutnya juga penyerahan cenderamata dari Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia kepada Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Boleh Bapak Ibu dan hadirin berbahagia tepuk tangan kepada Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Universitas Malaysia Perlis dan juga Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. Selanjutnya, penyerahan cenderamata oleh Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia kepada Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Sekali lagi beri tepuk tangan yang meriah kepada Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia dan juga Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Boleh untuk tahan di tempat sejenak, kita sesi foto bersama terlebih dahulu. Baik, terima kasih kepada Bapak Wakil Rektor 1, Bapak Wakil Rektor 3 Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara dan juga Associate Profesor Dr. Umi Naimah dan juga Ibu Sri Tiatri PhD. Untuk itu kita boleh merapat untuk foto bersama. Baik, terima kasih. Untuk itu kita persilakan kembali untuk dapat keduduk tempatnya masing-masing. Terima kasih kepada Bapak Wakil Rektor 1, Bapak Wakil Rektor 3 dan Universitas Malaysia Perlis dan juga Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, the next agenda, the keynote speech from University Malaysia Perlis by Professor Dato TS Dr. Zaliman Sauli as a Vice Chancellor. The time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Salam ilmu keikhlasan kecemerlangan UNIMAP. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Agusani, Rektor Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Indonesia, Associate Professor Dr. Ni Putu Tirka Widanti, Rektor Universitas Ngurah Rai, Indonesia, Associate Professor Dr. Tunku Salha Tengku Ahmad, Dean Faculty of Business and Communication, Universiti Malaysia Perlis, UNIMAP, Associate Professor Dr. Umi Naimah Sarai, Director Center for Excellence Social Innovation and Sustainability, Faculty of Business and Communication, Universiti Malaysia Perlis. Dr. Sri Tiatri, Psychologist, Dean, Faculty of Psychologist, Universitas Tarumanegara, Untar, Indonesia. Dr. Azhar Ibrahim, Universiti Kebangsaan Singapura, Ketua-Ketua Bahagian, Ketua-Ketua Unit, para pembentang, peserta serta Sekretariat Persidangan Antarabangsa CSI 2022, seterusnya hadirin yang dihormati sekalian. Bersyukur kita kepada Ilahi dengan limpah kurnia dan keizinannya, kita dapat berkumpul bersama-sama secara hybrid pada pagi ini dalam majlis perasmian persidangan antarabangsa Communication in Scientific Inquiry CSI 2022 yang ketiga, anjuran bersama Pusat Kecemerlangan Inovasi dan Kelestarian Sosial Universiti Malaysia Perlis, Universiti Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Universitas Ngurah Rai, Universitas Tarumanegara dan Universiti Adventist Filipina dengan kerjasama Jabatan Bahasa dan Pengajian Am, Fakulti Perniagaan dan Komunikasi UNIMAP. Pertamanya, saya ingin mengucapkan tahniah kepada Jawatankuasa Bersama CSI 2022 yang terlibat dalam menganjurkan persidangan ini. Saya juga mengucapkan terima kasih kepada penganjur kerana sudi mengundang saya sebagai penceramah untuk caktama berjudul Memantapkan Pendidikan Digital Selaras dengan Agenda Digitalisasi Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi. Hadirin yang dikasihi sekalian, kepentingan terhadap penggunaan alatan digital pada masa kini sememangnya tidak dapat dinafikan lagi. Malah, pembangunan digital semakin meluas dalam segala aspek. Keadaan ini berlaku kerana kebanyakan aktiviti harian yang dilakukan melibatkan pengguna internet dan peranti digital. Pengguna internet sangat diperlukan bagi mengakses maklumat tanpa sempadan, meluaskan jaringan komunikasi dan perniagaan, penyampaian perkhidmatan, kesihatan, malah pelaksanaan pendidikan pada hari ini juga sangat memerlukan penggunaan internet. Oleh yang demikian, bagi pihak kerajaan Malaysia berusaha untuk menggubal dasar bagi memenuhi keperluan masyarakat Malaysia pada masa hadapan selaras dengan negara maju yang lain. Dasar yang melibatkan pembangunan digital ini telah lama diperkenalkan dan semakin ditambah baik selaras dengan rancangan Malaysia yang dibangunkan. Sebagi merealisasikan matlamat kerajaan untuk meningkatkan sistem penyampaian di negara ini selaras dengan negara maju yang lain, pihak kerajaan telah berusaha memanfaatkan potensi teknologi sejak tahun 1996 lagi, di mana Koridor Raya Multimedia ataupun MSC telah ditubuhkan, dan ini merupakan tindakan awal bagi melaksanakan transformasi digital di Malaysia. Penubuhan MSC pada Februari 1996 merupakan salah satu inisiatif nasional kerajaan Malaysia bagi mengembang dan membangunkan masyarakat berasaskan pengetahuan serta memanfaatkan teknologi maklumat dan komunikasi ICT. Di samping itu, ianya juga direka bagi menarik syarikat teknologi bertaraf dunia untuk membimbing industri ICT tempatan. Seterusnya, pada tahun 2012, pihak kerajaan telah menggubar Dasar Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi Negara dalam usaha bagi mencapai wawasan 2020 untuk mewujudkan masyarakat yang maju dalam bidang sains, teknologi dan inovasi. Selain itu, masyarakat juga disarankan agar menceburkan diri dalam sains dan teknologi serta inovasi ini agar dapat meningkatkan dan mengembangkan ilmu pengetahuan di samping dapat menangani cabaran global pada masa akan datang. Keadaan ini sekaligus memberi impak terhadap kesejahteraan sosial masyarakat. Hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, pada tahun 2015, pihak kerajaan telah memperkenalkan satu Plan Strategik Internet Benda ataupun IoT kebangsaan. Plan ini yang merupakan evolusi teknologi internet di mana segala objek adalah saling berhubung dan berupaya untuk bertukar maklumat serta dapat bekerja dengan lebih cekap dan pantas. Tambahan pula, bagi menggalakkan pembangunan ekonomi digital, pihak kerajaan juga telah memperkenalkan Pelan Hala Tuju Strategik E-Dagang Kebangsaan yang dilancarkan pada tahun 2016 untuk memperkukuhkan pendigitalan dalam kalangan berusaha mikro, kecil dan sederhana. Pada tahun 2021 pula, Plan Strategik Pendigitalan Sektor Awam 2021-2025 telah diperkenalkan untuk menyokong aspirasi kerajaan Malaysia menggapai Sustainable Development Goal ataupun SDG 2030. Wawasan Kemakmuran Bersama 2030, Rangka Tindakan Ekonomi Digital Malaysia ataupun Digital Malaysia dan Rancangan Malaysia ke-12. Sasaran pengguna PSPSA 2021-2025 adalah kepada semua warga Malaysia berdasarkan konsep tiada yang terpinggir ataupun leaving no one behind dan selari dengan prinsip SDG. Pelan ini menggariskan hala tuju strategik pelaksanaan pendigitalan sektor awam untuk tempoh 5 tahun yang akan menjadi panduan kepada agensi sektor awam bagi memacu agenda kerajaan digital yang mampan ke arah pembentukan masyarakat digital. Dari aspek pembangunan digital pendidikan, kerajaan Malaysia sedang dalam rangka pelaksanaan Dasar Pendidikan Digital Malaysia sebagai langkah ke hadapan untuk memberi penekanan pendidikan digital, pengintegrasian teknologi PDP dalam talian dan infrastruktur digital. Ianya lebih menyeluruh serta mampu memupuk bakat digital yang berpengetahuan, berkemahiran dan beretika dalam penggunaan teknologi digital. Terdapat berbagai kelebihan yang boleh didapati melalui pembelajaran secara digital. Antaranya, membolehkan pelajar mengikuti proses pembelajaran secara fleksibel tanpa perlu terikat dengan waktu pembelajaran konvensional. Pembangunan dari aspek pendidikan digital ini merupakan nadi kepada proses pembangunan modal insan yang berkemahiran dalam penguasaan ilmu digital dan perlu ditekankan. Ini kerana generasi kini merupakan generasi native digital yang telah terdedah lebih awal kepada peranti digital dan teknologi. Pengalaman penggunaan peranti digital sejak kecil membolehkan generasi ini membiasakan diri dan menguasai kemahiran digital secara semula jadi seiring dengan pembangunan teknologi digital dalam negara. Tahap penguasaan generasi native digital ini juga bergantung kepada peringkat kemahiran mereka. Walaupun generasi ini terdedah kepada teknologi digital, namun kemahiran yang diperolehi hanyalah dari sudut mengakses laman sesawan, melayari sosial media atau permainan atas talian. Tambahan pula, perkara tersebut bukanlah kemahiran digital yang lebih kompleks dan tinggi, yang mampu menghasilkan pengeluaran yang lebih produktif. Kekurangan dan jurang digital ini dapat dilihat apabila berlakunya penularan COVID-19 yang menyebabkan proses pengajaran dan pembelajaran perlu dilaksanakan secara atas talian sepenuhnya. Ini menyebabkan ramai pelajar di Malaysia terjejas disebabkan oleh aspek geografi dan perbezaan sosioekonomi mereka. Justru pengurusan dari sudut penyediaan fasiliti dan infrastruktur digital serta pembangunan kemahiran digital perlu dititikberatkan. Dasar pendidikan digital negara, misalnya, selaras dengan misi model kepimpinan teknologi, dasar e-pembelajaran negara, Pelan Pembangunan Pendidikan Malaysia 2013-2025 dan merujuk dokumen Majlis Ketua-Ketua Pelaras E-Pembelajaran IPTA Malaysia ke arah penggunaan teknologi digital dalam ekosistem pendidikan dan pembudayaan pembelajaran dalam talian. Dasar ini adalah usaha kerajaan Malaysia membangunkan generasi fasih digital bagi menyediakan kelompok yang menguasai pengetahuan dan kemahiran digital serta berupaya menghasilkan inovasi menggunakan teknologi digital. Dasar ini mempunyai 3 tujuan utama, iaitu menyediakan generasi fasih digital, meningkatkan kompetensi dan pembangunan profesional pihak berkepentingan serta pengintegrasian teknologi digital dalam pendidikan. Di bawah kerangka dasar pendidikan digital, tumpuan akan diberikan untuk meningkatkan penguasaan pelajar dalam pendidikan digital, memperkaya kandungan digital yang berkualiti, memperkasa kompetensi tenaga pengajar dan membudayakan penggunaan teknologi digital dalam kalangan pemimpin pendidikan. Tumpuan turut diberikan untuk pengupayaan infrastruktur dan infrastruktur digital institusi di bawah Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia dan Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi. Ini untuk memperkukuh jalinan strategik serta memberi penekanan kepada penggunaan digital dalam pelaksanaan pembelajaran dalam talian dan penyediaan keperluan prasarana pembelajaran dalam talian ataupun PDP. Sebagai contoh, Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia telah menyediakan platform pembelajaran digital untuk guru, pendidik dan murid, iaitu D5 atau Digital Education Learning Initiative Malaysia. Usaha sama KPM bersama dengan Google, Microsoft dan Apple. Manakala Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi KPT Malaysia pula telah menggariskan dan melaksanakan berbagai program bagi memperkasa agenda pendigitalan pendidikan. Sektor pendidikan tinggi yang bernilai melebihi 35 bilion kepada ekonomi negara adalah antara sektor yang terjejas sepanjang tempoh pandemik COVID-19 dengan 1.2 juta pelajar termasuk 130,000 pelajar antarabangsa terkesan apabila aktiviti pembelajaran dan pengajaran tidak dapat dilaksanakan seperti biasa. Justru, semua institusi pengajian tinggi IPT ditekankan untuk menyesuaikan modul pembelajaran dan kaedah penilaian sedia ada dengan persekitaran digital, membangunkan portal ODL serta memastikan kapasiti tenaga pengajar juga perlu ditingkatkan khususnya dalam mengendalikan teknologi agar matlamat pendigitalan pendidikan dapat dicapai. Program transformasi digital graduan universiti merupakan salah satu langkah strategik oleh Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi KPT dalam memastikan graduan di negara ini dapat memenuhi keperluan industri bagi membantu perkembangan industri serta ekonomi di Malaysia susulan permintaan terhadap pekerjaan berkemahiran digital bakal meningkat. Hasil kajian Perbadanan Ekonomi Digital Malaysia atau MDET mendapati permintaan untuk jawatan berkaitan digital meningkat 300% pada April 2021 berbanding Jun 2020. Itu membabitkan kekosongan sebanyak 56,000 perjawatan dengan 20% atau 11,200 kekosongan jawatan layak diisi oleh graduan baru. Oleh yang demikian, set kemahiran pelbagai yang diperolehi graduan menerusi program peningkatan kemahiran dan kemahiran semula seperti program transformasi digital graduan universiti yang dilaksanakan ini akan memberikan nilai tambah kepada graduan untuk mendapatkan pekerjaan. Selain daripada mampu merapatkan juran digital dengan dalam pendidikan, peningkatan lagi mutu PDP dalam talian, ODL dan penggunaan teknologi digital di bawah ekosistem pendidikan negara ke arah lebih cekap. Ianya juga akan dapat mengubah landscape pendidikan nasional agar seiring perkembangan pesat yang digariskan dalam rangka tindakan ekonomi digital Malaysia 2021. Manakala inisiatif Peranti Siswa Keluarga Malaysia merupakan salah satu usaha Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi KPT dengan kerjasama Kementerian Komunikasi dan Multimedia Malaysia dan Kementerian Keuangan Malaysia ke arah mencayakan agenda pendigitalan pendidikan. Inisiatif ini bertujuan untuk membantu proses pembelajaran mahasiswa Institut Pengajian Tinggi yang berada dalam kelompok keluarga B40 melalui pembelian sebuah peranti berbentuk tablet untuk keperluan pembelajaran secara PDP dan ODL bagi membentuk komuniti digital keluarga Malaysia serta merapatkan hubungan juran digital antara semua kelompok keluarga Malaysia. Manakala inisiatif perkhidmatan Malaysia Research Education Network ataupun MyREN yang berperanan untuk menghubungkan pendidik, ahli akademik, penyelidik dan saintis di seluruh negara melalui rangkaian yang berkelajuan tinggi merupakan satu lagi usaha ke arah transformasi pendidikan tanpa sempadan untuk melaksanakan agenda pendigitalan pendidikan. Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi ataupun KPT dengan bantuan dana dari Kerajaan Malaysia juga memastikan pembangunan yang lebih berimbang dan kehidupan sejahtera melalui peningkatan kemudahan sosial kepada para pelajar ke arah kesalih hubungan digital. Pembangunan infrastruktur dan penaiktarafan rangkaian akses telekomunikasi adalah perlu bagi memastikan kelangsungan daya hidup digital berterusan. Oleh demikian, program jaringan prihatin yang dijalankan membantu institusi-institusi pendidikan dan pengajian tinggi memperkasakan agenda pendigitalan pendidikan. Di bawah program jaringan prihatin, sebanyak 7.4 bilion diperuntukkan untuk perluasan perkhidmatan jalur lebar agar kemudahan jalur lebar berkelajuan tinggi dapat dibekalkan untuk memantapkan mutu PDP serta ODL. Tambahan 1.5 bilion dalam bentuk data internet percuma juga diperuntukkan untuk para pelajar dan individu B40 serta bantuan ringgit Malaysia 180 dalam bentuk kredit berkomunikasi untuk pembelajaran langganan internet atau menampung sebahagian kos pembelian telefon bimbit baru bagi 8 juta pelajar serta individu B40 agar aktiviti pengajaran dan pembelajaran serta ODL tidak terjejas. Hadirin sekalian, kita telah melihat pelbagai inisiatif, agenda dan kerangka dalam aspek digital sedang diperkemas. Segala usaha tersebut menunjukkan bahawa KPT dengan kerjasama kementerian-kementerian lain sedang giat memperkukuh kepimpinan profesional, pembangunan fasiliti dan keupayaan digital serta menanda aras piawaian antarabangsa bagi PDP dalam talian dan ODL. Penekanan terhadap kesiapsiagaan warga universiti dalam memberdayakan amalan, pengukuhan dan penambahbaikan pengintegrasian teknologi dalam PDP dalam talian serta ODL selaras dengan dasar, polisi dan hasrat negara sekaligus meletakkan Malaysia sebaris dengan negara maju. Sebelum saya mengakhiri ucapan ini, sekali lagi saya mengucapkan terima kasih kepada pihak penganjur kerana sudi mengundang saya sebagai penceramah untuk ucap pertama berjudul Memantapkan Pendidikan Digital selaras dengan agenda digitalisasi KPT. Saya percaya persidangan hari ini akan dapat menggalakkan kerjasama pelbagai pihak melalui perkongsian ilmu, maklumat, pengalaman dan amalan terbaik dalam kalangan institusi pendidikan, para pendidik dan juga semua pihak yang berkepentingan. Dan kata-kata itu, hasad tersebut, saya akhiri ucapan pertama saya. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much from University Malaysia Perlis. Ladies and gentlemen, we will hear the speech by all of our guest speakers today. So, we invite to our first speaker will be present about digitalizing edutourism in Green School Bali by Rektor Universitas Ngurah Rai Indonesia, Associate Professor Dr. Niputu Tirka Widanti. For the time is yours and with you please.
Thank you very much. A very, very good morning to all of you. And already afternoon in Bali. First of all, I would like to thanks to our dear friend in UNIMAP to bring me here in this wonderful, very important forum. And I am truly honored before the leading minds in education world. So I thank you very much for this kind of opportunity. And without further ado, I would like to present my paper. Okay. Yes, here we are. As we all know that Bali is a tourism destination, so maybe almost all of you already come to Bali. I hope I'm right. And for those who are not visit Bali yet, so please come to Bali. And we are all in Bali, will hospitalize you and will serve you. Okay, my topic here is digitalizing edutourism in Green School Bali. Let me explain you about what does it mean, edutourism. Education and tourism are doing in the same time. And the venue is in Green School, Bali. Green School is one of international school in Bali. Currently, we have some international school. One of them is the unique Green School. And prior visiting our school, so here we are presenting to you the digital first. Okay, I don't want to explain about edutourism more, and you can start already by Googling what does the Green School mean? Why this grumpy lady talks about Green School? So you can open on the website where is the Green School located, and so on and so on. And educational tourism or edutourism is, as you all know, that the sector of the economy that is developing fast and is acquiring more popularity nowadays, because you do not only go for tourists, and also in the same time you are doing for the education. And this edutourism thing is a tourist activity by those who are undertaking an overnight vacation and those who are undertaking an excursion for whom education and learning is a primary or secondary part of their trip. And this can also promote sustainability. Sustainability transform the young tourists to responsible now and in the future, and travelers, consumers who respect and protect nature. Also, it will be a unique chance for students to discover what they like to do in their future, and edutourism seem to contribute to their decision in selecting, like us selecting a university. So for example, if I go for tourists to Malaysia, for example, and I can also visit in the same time UNIMAP. Or if I go to Sumatra Island, in the same time, I can also visit the Universitas Muhammadiyah, Sumatra Utara, and so on. And this is about Green School in Bali. We are a school and we teach all the standard subjects like normal school. And the level of the school is from early years until grade 12. So, well, the history you can really open on the website. Actually, the founders, John and Cynthia Hadi, they live in Bali prior to building their dream school. And they were successful jewelry business owners who love and respect Bali, land, culture, and its people. And he first time came to Bali in 1979. So if you ever visit Bali, at the airport, you can see at the Ngurah Rai Airport, the same of the name of Universitas Ngurah Rai. You can see the John Hardy product, and he is the founder for this lovely school. And the idea of building this school came from not being any option of a school, for he believed in real school. So that's on August 2006, John and Cynthia, his wife, decided on building the school. Starting from the 19 students enrolled in 2008, the school operated, and now the students are about almost 500 students. So here is the school. The school is a very unique building. Okay, you see on the alang-alang roof ya. Jadi atapnya alang-alang, and the school is totally open. It's totally open. Okay, and the students come from different nationalities. Currently, we have about 39 nationality students from all over the world come to this school. But not only for the regular school, the students are also coming for the summer camp. And there are 78 buildings in school. So the building is a kind of the villas like this one. And last year, we have added 8 new buildings in the past 2 years, including innovation hub, we call it, energy hub, the media, and also the new science lab. And the nationalities represented most heavily are American. So number 1 is American, and then Australian, Indonesian also, because we have also some local scholarship program, and UK and Canadian, as well as also Indian and other countries. So this is what actually we we present in that school. The iHub is a design and rapid fabrication space that has low-tech and high-tech equipment, and sewing machine as well for upcycling textile and woodworking equipment, plastic machines to turn trash into useful products, laser cutters, and 3D printer. So actually this school is always educate on how to reduce, how to redo, how to recycle everything. So we do not use the aircon, for example. We respect the environment. So we let environment, or we call it, so to say in Indonesia is sekolah alam. And we are beside the river. So if you have been to Bali, this school is located beside the Ayung River that you use for the whitewater rafting. And this iHub is a reflection of learning by doing, and is one of the world's few green, zero waste, maker spaces, and as well as students can work with recycle and reusable material to design and produce useful products, and bringing the science and also maths, design, technology art together in a real hands-on way. And this is the kembali, how you recycle, reuse, redo, and recycle the thing. And the school is also itself is also making the biobus. Okay, the biobus using the used cooking oil for the petrol, and was founded by the graduating class as well as with their teachers in 2015. And this program has since been passed on to a team of students that have further developed into a social enterprise. So the students can also practice their theory. Actually, in this school, the theory is 50%, and also the practice is also 50%. And what they get in the class, and they can directly practice in their life directly. This is one sample on how they produce the biobus petrol for the petrol for the biobus for their biobus. So that is limiting the trash. What I mean is limiting the used cooking oil. Instead of the used cooking oil is spread everywhere, the student is collecting for the biobus. So that's the 4 biobuses give dozens of rides each month and help spread awareness of the huge issues revolving around the used cooking oil especially in Bali or in Indonesia. And I guess this biobus is the first in Bali. I do not know whether there are already many in Indonesia, but this program collects 4,000 liters of used cooking oil per year. Okay, sorry, the water filter. The water filter is also, this school is also generate their own water. So for drinking, as the school is in the jungle and in the remote area. So that's not only the school is having this water, but it's also the neighbor. On this one, how the student is sharing on their belonging, a kind of like that. So the neighbor can fill their water gallon and also for free. Well, so like I tell you earlier that the school is not only the school, the regular international school that is located in Bali, that giving the education for expatriate students, but the school is also the place for enterprise. Like this one, the school is provided the bridge. So that's someone that can not go to green school as adult, they also can learn here. So for example, the parents, also the families that visit Bali, they also can learn in the bridge. They also can visit not only green school, but also learn in this area. And the bridge, which is our green school for growth up. And this is the world's first holistic integrated learning center for all ages. So not only the students are learning in this school, but also their families, their parents, and also the people that not going to this school. And this school is not just for the kids, so to say. And we have talks, workshop, or courses, or networking and business startup from this building, or from the bridge, we call it. And this one is Sangkap, the building. So all the buildings are named in this school. Sangkap Sangkap is a Balinese word, mean that the meeting. So this building is the place for the meeting. And this one is for a school assembly hall. And then every Friday, the community comes together to celebrate the music and the performing arts and hear from the voice of the children on their projects and issues of concern. Means that not only the students, what does it mean by the community? Students, staff, teachers, neighbors, and also the community that live surround the school are welcome to come to this Friday Sangkap or Friday assembly. And as well as where they can perform and also demonstrate what they have been learning for a week. Okay, so before I go to this building, I would like to explain to you that this school has a kitchen, a very traditional kitchen. We call it the deglobalized kitchen, in where the students can learn, for example, it's not only about the home economics. It's not only about the kitchen. It's not only about the cooking over there, but in the same time, the students are also able to learn about mathematics, also learn about the economics, also learn to cook, also learn biology. So to say that in 1 hour or 2 hours, they are learning all. They learning 4 subjects in the same time. So we call it like the block system. So that's the 4 teachers come to teach. For example, there are 10 students over there. So the 4 teachers in the same time explaining based on their focus of a subject that they are teaching. So that's the students are not wasting their time. For example, how to learn about the pizza. Pizza is round, and they also can learn mathematics or maths like that. Okay. Okay. So next, this one is community space. So like I show you earlier that the community is very, very strong in this school, has a very important role in this school, as the community can also be a teacher. For example, if the students want to learn about how to plant rice, they need to learn from the farmer. Maybe the teachers are also able to explain, but the farmers are the best teacher for this case. Okay, so that's why we provide, so this school provide the community space as well as the small cafes or warungs. And this is not just for the kid, it is a whole family experience welcome. So every morning and afternoon, this community hubs are busy with students and teachers and parents connecting and socializing. So we have the best, the school has the best cafe too, where the students can also learn about the barista, for example, and also making coffee and also serving coffee and also many more. Okay, so this building is a giant building, consists of the 7 kilometers of bamboo poles in total to build the 3 levels of the building. So most of the buildings of the school are from bamboo. So bamboo that already technically and also it took the builders half a year to build this entire heart of school. And this high school have the privilege of spending the final years of doing school in the heart of school on the 2nd floor. So to say that all buildings, material in the schools are always like that, reuse, redo, and recycle. Well, I'm very, I can't wait for all of you, for all of the participants to visit this school directly. Today we heard from Professor Dr. Muhammad Arifin and also Professor Dato Zaliman Zauli that we cannot avoid the digitalizing. However, we also need to have a face-to-face learning directly, and also we also need to visit directly on the visualization about that. This is just a sample. What is in the school is the crystal is located here, and the school is surrounded by the gardens, and the gardens are for people to eat. So the students also has a program from garden, from garden to the table. How to plant the vegetables, and also how to maintain, how to serve in the kitchen, and also how to bring them on the table and how to eat them. So to say like that. Okay. So I talk a little bit about the kitchen, as food is at the heart of every community. So we also serve, the schools also serve the food every day. So there are about 1,000 expatriates visit this school every day. We have 500 students and 500, and also the drivers, and also the families, and also the parents, so that's they can also order the food from our kitchen, as well as the students can also learn on how to process the food. And if you see here, the building is a very traditional building, as well as if we have here the uncooked brick, yeah, for the open pizza. Okay, so in this Millennium Bridge, okay, it looks like the Padang, isn't it, from Sumatra? This is a real bridge. Okay, the river length is about 20 meters length, and this bridge made of bamboo is a real bridge. So if you want to come, so I'm happy to guide you to this school. Okay, and this is also the aquaponic. The aquaponic, you know that the aqua is the pond below underground, and also on the top is the vegetable. So on how, the aquaponic garden closed system for fish in tanks fertilizing plants, which in turn clean the water. And this one is not only the biomass, this one is how the students and the teachers commit to being powered by renewable energy. So they created a micro hydro vortex for their electricity. So that's the government electricity do not need to give this school power. And often that people from other islands and also other countries come to and study to this school on how to learn about this micro hydro system, this micro hydro vortex system, in order to get the power or electricity. And it is very modern with the generator and turbine in one complete unit, which will be submerged below the water. So that's this school can power itself. Okay. So they have also power solar panel for the electricity, and they have the batteries on how to ship this solar panel thing. They have biomass, solar panel, and also this micro hydro vortex. And if you have river in Sumatra, in Malaysia, or maybe in near the Universitas Tarumanegara, you can also make on how to follow up this micro hydro system. Okay, so that is all from me, from Bali, the tourist destination, and I talk about the education tourism. And I hope that participants are okay. And if you have any question about this one, you can send me an email in tirka.widanti@gmail.com or tirka.widanti@unr or unr.ac.ed. Okay, so, and this is my mobile phone number. So thank you very much. I handing over to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you very much for Director Universitas Ngurah Rai Indonesia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, The next speech by our second speaker, that's about potential areas, challenges, and critical success factors of digital technology in higher education institution. For Associate Professor Dr. Umi Naima Sarai, the time is yours, and with you please.
Okay, thank you very much, the MC of the day. So I shall share my slide first. I hope that can be seen clearly, all right? Okay. First and foremost, my name is Umi Naima binti Sarai. Okay. I would like to express my sincere appreciation, especially for the top management from UMSU. Okay, we have Bapak Rektor 1 and Bapak Rektor 3 today, and also to the top management of University Malaysia Perlis. Yeah, and we are also have our representative from Ngurah Rai as well as from Taruma Nagara. And thank you and good morning also to all of the docent serta mahasiswa dan mahasiswi yang hadir either in the hall or where the location that we are connected with. All right, so to not further ado, let me try to finish my talk entitled Potential Areas, Challenges and Critical Success Factors of Digital Technology in HEI or Higher Education Institution. But before that, maybe it is better for me to project my full screen here. All right, okay. So hopefully that it can be better seen now. So here is the outline of my presentation. First and foremost, we are going to look on how the connection between pandemic and how we are trying and struggling to empower our digital technology in the previous phases. And after that, we are going to look on several terminologies that might be close related between one to another, called digitalization, digital transformation, and also digital technology. And after that, we are going to look on several of the potential areas of digital technology that can be implemented well in the sector of higher education institution. And also, I would like to grab your attention to look on several challenges that we are facing in implementing the digital technology in HEI. And based on a few of my survey and readings, I try to bring in a few. There are 5 critical success factors of digital technology in HEI, and of course, the importance of the internationalization by the aid of digital technology to ensure that we are all connected remotely across the globe. Okay, actually my presentation is more like what have been said or stated by most of the keynote speaker just now, Bapak Rudi and also Professor Datuk Zaliman Sauli. All right, so pandemic has impacted on our life and industry. It is not only impacted on the industry such as manufacturing and so forth, but it is also have created totally changed, all right, especially in the context of education. So people and businesses are trying to cope up with the lockdown and prepare for the new future. And that's how, even though in the previous year we are well aware about the digital technologies, but only after we need to face with the pandemic scenario, then all of us are struggling to trying using all of these digital platforms. Okay, realize it or notice it or not, even we are already need to use this all digital technology before the pandemic, all right, spread. So we are booking, maybe in Indonesia we got what we call it, Gojek, right, Gojek, and also online shopping such as Shopee, online entertainment, online booking hotel, and so forth. But by the time we need to force ourselves in fully utilize all of this digital technology only because of the spread of COVID-19 that have impacted so much on our daily life and also working life. And the rapid outbreak of COVID-19 has impacted the education sector globally. That's how we are trying very hard, either we are in Malaysia, in Indonesia, or also in Philippines. We are trying to change from the traditional or conventional method to the maybe time by time until we can 100% need to be depend on the remote or the digital platform. So education sector has responded to the changes like other sector, and digital is the way we go and digital is the future. Even though if we try to link our leadership style in the world of VUCA, okay, volatility, uncertainty, the third one is complexity, and also the ambiguous VUCA, okay, we also cannot run away from the importance or the crucial of us in order to implement all of this digital technology. So it refers to the powerful instrument that can help to improve education in various ways, not only in teaching and learning, but also there are several other potential areas that we might explore and enhance by using the digital technologies. So with the use or the aid of digital technologies, all of the revolutions, technology has made our life easier, faster, better, and more fun, even though like what have been said by our first speaker just now, not all of the type of program that can be 100% based on the digital platform. There are some of the lab, right, that still need the conventional or the traditional method where they need to use to operate the machine, not online, but they need to also have the offline platform. So this is in the earlier, technology was always available. All right, so I proceed. Okay, I am sure that most of you are also aware with these three elements called a mindset, skill set, and tool set. In the earlier way, all right, so technology was always available, but mindset and skill set was sometimes missing. So now, even though we would like to do it or not, the pandemic has forced us to evolve and accept the digital platform and enhancing our tool set to transform and adapt to the current education system. Therefore, the integration of the mindset, which we need to change, the skill set that we need to maybe improve day by day, and also the tool set that we need to apply and implement it. Those three elements are crucial elements that can help us to ensure that we can provide our performance at peak or on top. Okay, so the next one. I cannot move my slide. Okay, the next one. All right, so here are some of the challenges in HEI due to the pandemic. Okay, I tried to list down 6 of the challenges here in the scenario of pandemic. However, later on, after we also already well known about all of these challenges during pandemic, these challenges is still occur in the context of HEI, even though all of us already have the awareness about the crucial or the importance of digital technology in helping us, especially in operated all of the function in higher education institution. Okay, first and foremost, learning came to a halt where massive disruption in functioning of universities across the world. The next one, a shortage of trained lecturer. By that time, most lecturers are not trained to use the tool, and sometimes we also struggle ourselves, not also students, that trying our hard to equip ourselves on how to use the online types of digital platform. By that time, maybe in UNIMEP, most of us maybe depend more on the Google meeting. Maybe here we use the Zoom as our platform, right? So no internet connectivity, non-availability of the high-speed internet in rural and remote areas. Our students, especially from the rural area, sometimes they need to be very struggle and maybe some of them need to climb up the tree in order to get the connection coverage in order to ensure that their online class can be continued. And also poor maintenance of digital equipment, especially it happen in the rural areas. Maintenance of digital equipment is the major challenges. And also by that time, we don't have any effective policies because we are suddenly try to move ourselves from the traditional method, and we need to do very good documentation and need to endorse that kind of documentation before it can be referred as our university's policy. And also the first and very crucial part is, of course, the university as well, we have a very or limited and insufficient fund to run all of this digital technology, because all of this will increase our budget or monetary implication. So the next one, this is the differentiation between digitalization and also digital transformation. Okay, it is the process of changing from analog to digital. And digitization is the use of digital technology to replace existing manual process with digital process. And also transformation of business product or model with an objective of creating new markets. I'm sorry. All right, so the next one. The next slide, a moment. Okay. Digital technology and its purposes. It encompasses electric or digital devices and tools, system and resources to help us in creating, storing and managing data. And of course, it can help us to be more quicker, faster in order to make all of this thing done. So here I try to connect on how of the importance of digital technology with our 17 of the Sustainable Development Goal or SDG. So it is only not created a good impact from ending our extreme poverty in SDG number 1, but it is also very crucial for us in achieving our SDG number 17 that reflect on the partnership for the goals. However, there are also a negative side of using if we misuse to use the digital technology. But with the awareness, with the education level, and with all of the knowledge that we have, of course, our next generation can use the digital technology by getting only the positive side on it. So the next one, what is digital technology in HEI? So basically, it will engage digital platform in several of the area that connect or deal with several of the potential areas that will be listed later. And why is it important in HEI? It increases student engagement, help lecturers to improve their lesson plan, and facilitate personalized learning. And also it enables online education, distance learning, as well as to up-to-date information. So excuse me. All right, okay, so let me continue. Okay, now, what is digital learning and its advantages? Of course, this is a very straightforward of the advantages of digital learning, where it can help in the globalization or internationalization of learning. And then we need to familiarity of technology, familiarize ourselves, not only to know about that platform, but how to operate and use that platform. And also it can give a platform to let the student have their self-directed study where they can refer back to the recording video again and again, and also it can be a progress tracking as well. And now, the one that I would like to share with all of you, what kind of potential areas of digital technology that can be utilized in HEI. So first and foremost, what we are trying to do now is related to the online teaching and learning. All right. The next one, it is also can be applied to the examination and evaluation. where it leveraged digital technologies for conducting exam assessment. The next one, the collaboration, where we can facilitate engagement among lecturers and students, not only locally, but also internationally. That's why the supervision and the evaluations of master PhD students can be done online, all right, by involving several kind of country. And also in terms of internship, develop new models of internship for learners, a virtual visit for supervision as well can be conducted. And the next one, research activities also can be done, can be well implemented if the digital technology is stable, right? And of course, this kind of webinar and online session connect and create digital classroom for web seminar, and also administrative function as well as the faculty development program. Maybe now at the moment we are forced ourselves in only to manage our online teaching and learning that put as our first priority, but actually there are also another potential areas that we can also enhance to maximize the level of digital technology usage. So the next one, challenges of digital technologies in HAI. Even though just now I highlighted on some of the challenges that we faced during COVID, but nowadays, even though we have already aware and familiar with the digital technology in HAI, but there are still challenges that we need to overcome. So it is again such as lack of robust internet infrastructure and connectivity. All right. The second one, still shortage of digitally trained among academic and non-academic staff. This is because, as we all know, digital technology is something that is dynamic and it is not rigid. Therefore, we need to upgrade ourselves day by day, week by week, in order that we are capable to handle and to use the digital technology that is introduced time by time. And also language and content related barriers and digital divide across the country. So the digital divide might refer to the gaps that exist between individuals who have the good access with the modern type of digital technology with the individuals who are maybe quite left behind with the use of digital technology because of the level of education, level of income maybe, right? So it is kind of the challenges that maybe we need to think about. And the next one, attitude towards change that need to be increased not only towards our student and lecturer, but also to all of the parents and another stakeholder. Like when we do the internship also, sometimes the internship virtual visit need to be involved with the industry as well. And the next one, suitable learning platform. This is also quite a challenges, right? Maybe in UNIMED, my university also, not all lecturers are having the agreement to only use one kind of platform, but maybe one lecturer is more comfortable to use platform A, but another lecturer is more comfortable to use a platform B. That's why in the term of student, maybe they need to prepare themselves to know and master all kind of the suitable platform according to the lecturer. But at the same time also, these differences or the suitable learning platform not only occurred between the universities, but between universities A and universities B. So this is something that maybe we still need to decide and try to prepare ourselves and decide which one is the most suitable platform in order to ensure that all of us are capable with a good amount of monetary injection that we need to instill to realize that kind of digital usage. And also compliant with changing guideline, all right? So we need to change or maybe put up or develop several of the documentation to make sure that we have the standard document or standard operating procedure that we can refer towards the usage of digital technology. And the most critical part, of course, is the insufficient fund allocation. But if people ask me, based on all of these challenges, as for me, there are two parts that become very crucial. Okay, the first one may be attitude toward change. This one that involved with the personality or attitude, not only towards student or the docent or lecturer, but it involves everyone that in the environment of HEI. And at the same time, we need to have a good level of fund allocation in order to realize the digital technology to be used. Okay, so here the critical success factor of digital technology. Okay, this is I forgot to put or to acknowledge the author who give this kind of information. But of course, this is the critical factor of success in digital education. First and foremost, we need to have a clear vision, right? Define and clearly articulate, all right? And these are the 5 parts. The next one, okay, these are the elaboration for the 5 key terms. Okay, you might refer to this later. And the third one, give up control. The fourth one, understand change. And the fifth one, learn from failure. And last but not least, how internationalization is very important with the help of digital technology. Okay, I would like to share one of this model. This has been done by one of the researcher that prove the internationalization by integrating and implement this kind of digital tool can boost the university performance in teaching and learning area. But I just would like to grab our attention that this model also can be used in order to optimize the level of performance in another potential areas in digital technologies in the HEI. Okay, I think that is the end of my presentation. All right, so that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for Associate Professor Dr. Umi Naima Sarai as a Director Center for Excellence Social Innovation and Sustainability, Faculty Business and Communication, University Malaysia Perlis. Ladies and gentlemen, we also hear the speech by the third speaker that will tell about challenges in teaching scientific thinking in primary and secondary school to pave the path for higher education in the era of information technology by Sri Tiatri PhD Psychologist Din Universitas Tarumanegara Indonesia. The time is yours.
Sudah, close kamera. Sudah close. Sudah keluar.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I will present my research about the challenges in teaching, thinking. Is the PowerPoint already there? Kak Dina? Okay, thank you. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm a researcher in the STS research group. Maybe Kak Dina can show the first slide. So, because this research is part of our research group, it is not my own idea, but my colleague and students' idea. So I will present this as the argument to us, for all of us, that scientific thinking is a part that need to be developed for our children. So we know that scientific thinking is very important for daily life. I will present about challenges in teaching scientific thinking in primary and secondary school to pave the path for higher education in the era of information technology. I'm one of the members of Science, Technology and Society Research Group, Universitas Tarumanagara. Next slide, please, Kak Dina. Why I present this? Maybe Kak Dina can move the slide to next slide. Yeah, the scientific thinking is necessary for any individuals, especially for students in higher education. This skill can be used to solve problems in everyday life within the society. Scientific thinking is necessary to be developed early on, from elementary to college. In school, scientific thinking is developed through STEM. And maybe next slide, please. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But we see in our life, in our schools, there is conditions in some places that scientific thinking is not developed well, and it's studied in isolated, separated from daily thinking. So scientific thinking students possess very limited scientific knowledge and low science performance, and limited proficiency to use scientific knowledge to present data and draw valid conclusion. This valid conclusion is very hard to be developed by some of our students. Next slide, please. We need various programs that could be used to develop scientific thinking. This study aims to examine a learning process of scientific thinking in elementary school. The researcher designed the categorical syllogism critical learning program in STEM learning for the 4th grade elementary school students. Next slide, please. This is studies about teaching scientific thinking. One of them is using problem-based learning. And then next slide. And my approach is a social constructivist approach by Vygotsky, and some concept in this approach like scaffolding, zone of proximal development, language discussion. This is all of the concept that needed in teaching scientific thinking. Educator comes with a challenge, and then we need the students to solve the problem. Next slide, please. A high level of creativity is expected of the teacher to create the effectiveness teaching and learning environment. Next slide, please, Kak Dina. So one of the most important we have to prepare is that we have to know the characteristic of elementary school students. They like to play and move, they like to work in groups, they like to feel or demonstrate something. That's very important things. And the next slide, please. And characteristic of junior high school students is like to work in groups and cooperative and like to help each other. Next slide, please. My research is very small, but what I present here is only part of the research. There are 29 students in Manado and 30 students in Pontianak. And in the past, my study is about children and adolescents in Tegal and Salatiga. The research designed the categorical syllogism learning, and the learning is only about 1 to 2 hours per day. Data for current study was taken through observation. Next slide, please. This is the instruction for the student. So the student were asked to learn how to photograph object using a camera. The instruction is, please find the starter for the best picture. What starter to make the best picture? And then the second one is, make 5 pictures that have the same category. Next slide, please. And this is the activity in Manado. We can see the students together with their friend make a photograph of object in their table, and they have to find the starter that suitable to make the best picture. So the instructions is only, please find the starter for the best picture. And the second instruction is, please make 5 pictures that have the same category. That's the second instruction. And then we can see the next slide. The next slide is activity in Pontianak. We can see the students' collaboration. Next slide, please, Kak Dina. Yeah, this one, the collaboration. And then the next slide, please. What is this research finding? First, that this kind of learning can train students' thinking. Children can understand how to photograph using a camera. Children can distinguish photo from various stutter settings, and it is amazing that elementary student can make a conclusion better than what we found in the adolescents in the 2012. And this kind of learning trains group cooperation and then train creativity in students. The next slide, please. And then, what is the challenge? The challenge is that students have distraction, insufficient time, and group work. There are some students fight to appoint as group leader. So I think, what is the point here? The point here is, before we train the students to think, we have to develop the attitude, how to collaborate with people, how to express their mind, how to cooperate together to solve the problem. And the recommendation in the next slide, please. The recommendation of my research is that the estimate action that can be taken to overcome the obstacles is to improve upon the event design. Yeah, the design of the event of all activity should be designed with the very careful. And then the second one is adjusting the explanation of the material. And the third is supervise and mediate children in the event of differences opinion while in a group discussion. That's all my presentation. Maybe next slide, the reference, and the next slide is the acknowledgement from me to Tarumanagara University and to my colleagues in Senior Yap Chibeng who have this idea, and then our research assistant. What I want to suggest here that first, we have to teach the student from elementary school to think scientifically and use the scientific thinking in the daily life to solve our problem, not separated from our daily life. That's my argument and based on my research. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Thank you very much for the speech by Sri Tiatri PhD Psychologist Dean Universitas Tarumanagara, Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, well, the next speech by the last speaker, that's about digital literacy for eco-humanity in functioning through education for the Dr. Azhar Ibrahim as the National University of Singapore. Would you please?
All right, thank you, Saudara. Allow me to share my slides. Yeah. All right, I'm sure you can see my slides, yeah? All right, very good morning. It's good afternoon here. Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. And thank you for your time. Thank you, Kampus Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. And then we have friends from UMP, Universitas Malaysia Perlis, Universitas Ngurah Rai, and Tara Monegara Universitas. Yeah? And I'm glad to meet everyone here. So my paper or my presentation revolves around this topic on digital literacy for eco-humanity. Of course, we have heard the presentation made earlier. I think all of them are, of course, very important and relevant. The first one begins with the Green School in Bali, followed by the various aspects of digital education. The third speaker spoke about what I call it, scientific thinking from primary school education, yeah, which is, I think, very vital in this age, and allow me now to bring the issue of, or the subject of digital literacy, and I link it with eco-literacy, yeah? Meaning that we combine these two, we enhance both, yeah? And that should be part and parcel of our education, because all of us here are from institutions of higher learning, and I think our business is basically about education and research. Let me start with the first. All right. Here is, sorry. Yeah, right. Let me, I think somehow it's a bit slow from this side. Can you see my slide? Yeah. All right. So I start with, okay. There was this quotation that I started with a thinker, yeah? American thinker, Louis Manfred, which says about we need to shift from the era of, the era of what we call, in order to secure human survival, we must transition from technological culture to ecological culture. This is said by Louis Manfred. I think this is a relevant point, my departure point of my presentation. Yeah? Today, we often encounter the euphoric celebration of digital technology, and of course, it is very relevant for us today. And our so-called idea of progress, growth is very much tied to digital mastery and innovation. In all, we have a kind of excess of digital confidence. Yeah, it is good, but it's a bit overconfident, I would say. Yeah, as digital technology developed, the educational sector therefore demanded to be able to respond adequately and strategically, which we have seen the keynote speaker too mentioned this morning. So generally, our education system responded well in incorporating digital sciences into the curriculum and pedagogy, yeah, all in the name of competitive workforce. It seems that it's a bit slow here. I don't know why. The slide is not moving. Not sure. Let me stop share. Okay, and share again. I'm sorry for that. Okay. All right, I think I better just use, I'm sure you can see me now, right? It's a bit sad that I don't know why this. Just now I had a problem also when the Malaysian presenter presented. I don't see her slides. Now, when it comes to this, my slide couldn't move. Yeah? All right, let me move on to, all right. So the digital technology, of course, have penetrated in many aspects of our life. We tend to be somehow thinking that, since we have the latest and fastest and the priciest gadgets, there is also a mark of quality and success. Of course, it comes with a huge cost, materially and socially, right? And we know very well that in academia itself, we even measure success of so-called impact factor based on someone's digital presence. But then we should take note that this digital technology is very much tied to the capitalist market system. We cannot be naive about that. And there are many people who have said about this. One of them is an American critic, Chris Hedges, who says that advances of technology and sciences, rather than obliterating the world of myth, have enhanced the power to deceive. We live in imaginary virtual worlds created by corporations that profit from our deception. Of course, these are one group that are very critical of, the misuse of technology for enhancement of hegemonic ideas, right? But then we also have people like David Trent, who says that these new tools, digital technology among others, offer potential for innovative use and subversion for establishment of new forms of alliance and for the creation of new strains of cultural production. So it is actually part of my research interest in critical literacy, especially. And I thought that many have spoken about critical literacy from a standpoint of humanism, which is good. But then the content of humanism itself sometimes don't include the nature or the ecology or the environment. This needs to be addressed. Likewise, speaking about digital technology, where we take out the human dimension or the environmental dimension, that will be something that I think sadly, right, counterproductive. Then here we have the assurance or the confidence, the fact that digital technology can be a form of sites of descendant resistance. Amongst those school of thought in critical literacy, they are all out to pursue this. But then the problem here, we have digital gap, the problem of accessibility. And McLaren noted that network society, which is what we are living today, is trapped within structured inequalities. And there is a strong evidence that information and communication technology is further entrenched in such structured inequality rather than abating it. Here we are celebrating technology, right, or digital technology, but at the same time, we have a problem of accessibility, and we need to take note of those. So my point in giving this lecture is to highlight, there are some challenges when we talk about digital education discourse. So digital technology in education, we of course celebrate, and I think we need to embrace it confidently. But we must remember that, as what Paulo Freire has said, education cannot be reduced to technology. Education makes use of technology, but it is more than technology. So in other words, the kind of education system that we envision must be clear. We need a progressive and emancipative educational system. Education as cultural and political intervention that aims for social justice and human rights. Here, Henry Giraud, one of well-known circle in the critical literacy, says that education is not just struggle over knowledge, but also struggle about how education is related to power and self-definition, and so on and so forth. And if you look around in various domains of the discussion, they are not just people from critical literacy, from education, from technology, but there are also theologians, raising this issue that, look, eco-literacy must be part and parcel of what our humanity is all about, right? We are confident and enthusiastic about digital knowledge that can be cultivated and developed, as this conference is all about, but it also needs to be humanized. In other words, our digital technology must have that component. One which is ecologically sound, friendly, and responsible to humanity and ecology. Leonardo Boff, a theologian in the liberation theology movement, says this, that consciousness enables people to see clearly that the supreme and global value is to protect planet Earth and its universe, and to safeguard this condition that the planet has labeled, and so on and so forth, right? So here I come back again to digital literacy. And digital literacy must contain a critical dimension, a critical literacy in digital literacy, that matter. Digital literacy that buttresses that existing market order where our thinking become commodified, superficial, and uncritical. This we must be wary of. We must take note of this. This is a challenge to us. Two, it could be that this critical literacy can also be part of the platform to nurture and enhance our critical, moral, and intellectual emanation. So there are two types. There are two sides to it. Yeah, confronting each other. Yeah, this means that the ability to understand, to act, to be committed, and address, among others, the ecology for common good and the call for action for humanity. So, in other words, again, I repeat, eco-literacy via digital literacy. So we know very well that in the era of digital euphoria, and there is a kind of control, conformity, and surveillance. I should not say this, but this is where the concern of people of scholar or researchers in the realm of critical literacy. Yeah? And very quickly, when we speak about critical literacy, which is now blended well in the discussion in digital literacy, there are concern of grip of authoritarian ideology, pathologies of consumerism, neoliberal corporations controlling our economy, exclusivist religious and cultural exclusivism, yeah, which is actually a problem today, persisting racial prejudice and discrimination, sexist and misogynistic ideas, and so on. All these things are fine. These are good. These are valid concern, and we must pursue it. But one domain neglected is actually ecological destruction and degradation. We spoke much about human degradation, societal degradation, but we speak less on ecological destruction and degradation. This is where I think digital literacy can help to harness eco-literacy. Yeah, like what in bahasa we used to say, sambil menyelam minum air. Yeah, so we attempt, yeah, to fulfill both in that sense. Yeah? So digital literacy therefore must include eco-literacy. Yeah? To simply say that save the world and let's go green are not enough. Sometimes it is just a market gimmick at times. Yeah? We need to embrace truly critical literacy. Earlier speaker talked about scientific knowledge. Yeah, critical literacy is part of it. That enable us to see the ravaging role of the neoliberal market to the environment and humanity. Degradation of planet by corporations. Their greed turns workers into global serfs and our planet into a wasteland, which is actually very horrible, right? So therefore, here we need to come back, you know, in our discussion about digital and technology and those, we need to frame it correctly that technology is, after all, for humanity. It's not just simply for market or simply because our institution wants to be world-class, we want to build all the digital things, but in terms of our idea of technology, it lacks that humane component. And this is well deliberated by Eric Fromm, and I should not say much, just to quote 3 lines from him: man, not technique, must become the ultimate source of values, optimal human development, and not maximal production and the criterion of all planning. Right. And here, there is a need, yeah, for us to seriously consider that market forces impact on environment. Yeah? And this is where I think when Paulo Freire eloquently said, yeah, that the market requires the brutalization and destruction of the sense of community, the transmutation of living spaces, cities, houses, earth, water, air, bodies, people, work, and life into goods. Yeah? And a disregard for other living beings and nature in general, both which are now also perceived as economic resources. Thus, an anthropocentrism that is leading to the destruction of environment of life itself. This is where I guess, you know, here we are talking about in a conference of embracing digital communication technology in futurizing education in post-pandemic classroom. I think we cannot afford not to tell our students, yeah, about the dimension of how technology being used only solely for corporate greed. And therefore, here we need to have an educational philosophy that is grounded in human and environmental ecology. Yeah, I mentioned just now about eco-humanism. This is immediate. Again, I quoted from here that the aim to build an industrial society like us today is to have a humanized industrial society where change of social, economic, and cultural life of our society in such a way that it stimulates further growth and aliveness of man rather than cripples it. It activates the individual rather than making him passive and receptive. That our technological capacities serve man's growth and not the other way around. Right? I think along the way sometimes we miss this point. And therefore, to achieve this digital literacy, we must observe that there is a need of a multidisciplinary approach where appropriate several branches of human knowledge such that it integrates the study of society and nature, including nature and economy. And we reject reductionism, where thinking is substantive and comprehensive to understand the world, instead of viewing the world and its life, the world and its life in holistic terms. Right? So this is what we should bear in mind. Next, I put this thing move again. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. All right. So therefore, another set of problem is actually when we are confronted today, it's about the cultural denial. This is what happened today. A cultural denial that we say that, well, these things are not happening. Among others, I think people deny about, well, there is an environmental problem. Or people just, well, technology is just neutral. Technology doesn't affect us. These are some sort of cultural denial, and this has been noted by a sociologist by the name of Stephen Cohen. Yeah? Next. Therefore, among others, you see, as I mentioned earlier, Peter McLaren, Leonardo Boff are among those who are at the forefront. And I think in this discourse on communication, technology, and so on, I think we need to bring in various approaches that have looked into the problems of literacy and digital literacy and eco-literacy. Yeah? Like Boff again says that things that we need to take note that social injustice cannot be separated from ecological injustice. We need an eco-pedagogy movement. Again, there are many scholars and writers who are researching in this, and I'm collating and compiling those. And I think it's important for us to widen our kind of exposure, bringing digital discourse into the bigger critical discourse. We have to give up the ideas of equating progress with mindless growth. We must garner all our wisdom to see our lives embedded in Earth's ecology. Yeah? This is my appeal, and I think there are many scholars and writers who are writing on this matter. Yeah? And lastly, let me conclude that we need, in the words of Ralph Kamen, a just, ethical, autonomous, environmentally responsible human skill development is not only imperative but possible. Already happening all time if only we have eyes to see. There are discussing, there's effort around. Just for example, just now, the professor from Bali mentioned about the green school in Bali. This is one example. Yeah? We need to ensure digital literacy to support in that direction. And visioning eco-humanity means we need ecology and economy that is sustainable, just and equitable, one that could guarantee greater human welfare and environmental protection. And educational vision for progressive and emancipated society invariably needs critical, creative, scientific pedagogy. Yeah? And digital literacy, with its vision to affirm and secure eco-humanity, is not an option, but a vital path that we need to embrace for the human and ecological survival depended much from it. We can enhance our digital literacy towards this direction, and it is not an impossibility. In this age of digital mastery, we need to build a literacy via digital platforms, many platforms, that affirm our biophilia, our biophilic and ecological need, responsibility, and rights. It is possible. It is not impossible. We have technology, we must enhance it. We are part of ecology. As what in Nusantara we often say, tanah air. But today, allow me to phrase, kita ini, we all of us, tanah dan air. Not just tanah air, which is our motherland, but all of us are tanah dan air, and we think, and I think that digital literacy can enhance eco-literacy. On that note, thank you. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you very much for Dr. Azhar Ibrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, Bapak Ibu dan hadirin yang berbahagia, acara selanjutnya pengambilan foto bersama. Untuk itu dengan hormat kami undang Bapak Wakil Rektor 1 Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Profesor Dr. Muhammad Arifin M. Hum. Kami undang juga dengan hormat Bapak Wakil Rektor 3 Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara, Associate Professor Dr. Rudianto SS MSI. Dan juga kami undang dengan hormat all of the delegation from University Malaysia Perlis, the delegation from Universitas Tarumanegara, dan the delegation from Universitas Ngurah Rai. Bapak Ibu dan hadirin yang berbahagia, kita persilakan untuk naik ke atas panggung. Dan kita undang juga dengan hormat all of the team Office of International Affairs and Corporate Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Bapak Ibu dan hadirin berbahagia, kita persilakan untuk dapat kembali ke tempat. Dengan hormat kita persilakan kepada Bapak Wakil Rektor 1, Bapak Wakil Rektor 3, dan all of the team, all of the delegation from University Malaysia Perlis, dan juga seluruh tim OIK Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Utara. Bapak Ibu dan hadirin yang berbahagia, dengan berakhirnya foto bersama pada hari yang berbahagia ini, tentunya therefore before we close our event today, let's say hamdalah, alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. The last we say, thank you very much for University Malaysia Perlis, Tarumanegara Indonesia, Universitas Ngurah Rai Indonesia. Thank you very much for all of guest speaker and the participants. I'm Muammar Said Hasan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bangkitkan tajdid, kibarkan dakwah, amal usaha jalan berkiprah, ridho Allah melimpah berkah. Muhammadiyah teguhkan asa, majukan umat, jayakan bangsa, bumikan Islam, sinari zaman, rahmati alam. Di Solo jalin ukhuwah, muktamar satukan langkah, bersama cerahkan semesta. Sang surya seluruh peradaban.
Jikalau jati dahan merekah, bersarang pelatuk bersama merbah. Kalau tadi untuk Muhammadiyah, yang ini spesial untuk